ambitious professionals, it's Linda Rayner of lindarainer.com, guiding you to a career and life you'll truly enjoy. And today I'm going to be talking all about how to work from home effectively and productively so that you can stay focused even though you're in your comfortable home environment. I have 6 tips for you, so let's get started. Now, as a career strategist, I have had the opportunity to work with many ambitious corporate professionals and to help them land their dream job offers. So if this is something that you're interested in working with me one-on-one, I can give you details about that at the end of this video. Now, at the time of filming this video, I and the rest of the world is currently in a situation called the coronavirus situation, where many of us are stuck at home and as a result are having to work from home. Now, for some of you, this is not a new situation. For example, for me, I've been working from home for the last several years. So I have some key tips that I know will be helpful in making sure that you're effective when working at home. But even still, with this coronavirus situation, we're not allowed to really go outside anytime we want. And so even for the most seasoned work from home professional, it can be difficult to stay focused and stay productive. But hopefully the 6 tips that I have for you are going to help you, whether you are new at working from home or you've been doing this for a while. My first work from home tip is to go to bed and wake up at a consistent time. So what I'm saying here is that when we are working from home, living at home, staying at home all day, every day, it's really easy to forget what day we're in, what time we're in, and to have the days kind of blend over into the next day. And that is not really what you want, because it creates this sense of endlessness that comes with every day, and that can bring on senses of anxiety and frustration. So what you want to do is you want to have a set time period for when you decide that you're going to have a bedtime routine, wind yourself down, and go to bed, so that when you're in bed and you fall asleep, you end up waking up at the same time every day, every morning. So that cuts off your day, going to bed, and then waking up starts a fresh new day. If you end up staying up too late and then sleeping in and then rushing your day through the next day because you're behind on your schedule or whatever, it can create that anxiety and it really doesn't help you with being productive. Second tip I have for you is to start your day off with a clear head. What I mean by this is that you don't want to be running out of bed and then immediately going to your laptop. That's the last thing that you want, because that's just going to start your day off with a bit of stress, anxiety. It's not going to start your day off as fresh and clear-minded as it could potentially be. So what I suggest is have a bit of a morning routine where before you go straight to your laptop and get to work, give yourself a bit of time after you've woken up to refresh yourself. Whether it's to do some exercise, to do some yoga, some meditation, step outside for a little bit, whatever it may be, do something for you. Clear your mind, get yourself centered. Even if it's only 5 to 10 minutes, it's going to help you to set your day in a more positive way. Now, my third tip is to have goals as to what you want to achieve in that particular day. The last thing that you want to do when you're starting your workday is to have an unclear mind, to feel murky, and to just dive right in and just work, and not really know what you're working towards and what you're hoping to achieve by the time the day ends. Ideally, you want to have maybe, let's say, if it's 2 reports that you want to get done that day, or 2 mini assignments, or 3 mini assignments, or 4 specific tasks that you know you can get done by the end of the day, then have that clearly written out in front of you so that you can work towards that goal. And that's going to keep you motivated as you're stuck at home working, because it's going to make sure that you're on track rather than you just spending your whole day answering emails and not being able to get what you actually wanted to get done. Tip number 4 is schedule your meals. It's all about eating. So if you are a breakfast person, which I definitely am, then you want to schedule a time in your morning where you're going to actually have breakfast. Enjoy your breakfast, Dedicate time for that. And then on top of that, also schedule when you're going to have lunch. You should have breakfast and lunch at the same time every day, just like when you have a specific time for when you go to bed and when you wake up, because that helps to bring structure to your day and it helps to force you to take a break. Part of being productive is not about just working endlessly. Being productive means that you have the right energy to be able to do the work that you need to do. And if you don't have fuel to feed your body during breakfast and lunch, you won't be able to get very far. Now, if you're anything like me, I have definitely been in a situation in the past, many situations, where I get drowned in the work that I do, I get really focused, and I forget to eat. And then I end up crawling out of my work feeling like a zombie, starving, looking for anything, and then I end up overeating. So you don't want to do that to yourself. Schedule breakfast, schedule lunch. Tip number 5 is to have a designated space to do your work. What I've noticed is that when I intend to do my work in a space that I've set aside in my home for just doing that work, where there are minimal distractions, I'm just simply more productive. Even if that space is to be sitting on your couch, as long as that's comfortable for you and you feel that you can get your work done, that's great. Whatever works for you. Just have a designated space. The last thing that you want is to not know where to do your work, to not know where you're going to set yourself up, because that's going to create anxiety in the morning. You just want to have 1 or 2 places that you know you're going to go to set up to do your work and where you're going to feel comfortable and be able to stay there the rest of the day. And finally, my last tip, tip number 6, is to look out the window from time to time. It's important to incorporate nature into your everyday if you can. So that means look out the window. Hopefully you have a view that you can look at. Hopefully there are trees that you can look at, or birds, or even just crack open the window to let some fresh air in. The reason why I say this is because you don't want to confine yourself in a way where you feel like you're a prisoner in your own home. You want to still have access to that outside world, and if that means that you just open a window to get in some fresh air, or you look outside the window just to change your perspective, then by all means do it. All of that's going to create a structure to your day, and it's going to help you to have more energy to do what it is that you need to do. So there you have it. Those are my 6 tips on how to productively and effectively work from home. I really hope those helped you. Now, if you're someone who is currently on the market for a new position and you realize that you need one-on-one professional guidance from me, then feel free to reach out and head on over to my website, lindarainer.com/standoutgethired. Read through the page, fill in the application form. If it feels as though we are a potential match to working together, then one of my team members will be reaching out to you directly. And on top of that, feel free to also take a look at my resume mastery workshop and my interview strategy workshop. The links are down in the description box below. They are absolutely free. If you want some tips and advice on how to improve your skills in those areas, they will be very helpful to you. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.